Howdy y'all, welcome to McKinney, Texas. Here's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna hit the streets, all right? I'm gonna walk you through some different neighborhoods at some different price points with the goal being to show you, what is it actually like to live here in McKinney, Texas? And if you stick around all the way till the end, I'll even show you the top listing in all of McKinney so you can kind of see what the ceiling is here. And I'll even show you some of the main attractions along the way. So if that's what you're looking for, then stay tuned because we're getting into it right now. Hey ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for the most thorough deep dive into all things Dallas, Texas, well, this is the channel that helps you do that. So I invite you to subscribe down below and make sure you tap the bell for notifications so that you can stay up to date on the current market here in Dallas, Texas. We drop new videos every single week. My name is Jimmy Webb Jr. I'm a local real estate agent, born and raised here in Dallas, Texas, and we're getting tons of calls and emails every single day from people just like you who are ready to make a move out here in Dallas, and we absolutely love it. So if you are thinking about buying or selling, then you got to reach out. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or jump on our calendar if you want to jump straight to a Zoom with us. That is our favorite, be able to put a face with a name, right? But whatever way is easiest for you, we're happy to help you make a smooth move out here in Dallas, Texas, or McKinney. Like I'm here today, I'm actually hanging out at the historic downtown McKinney. You'll see right there the First National Bank, which was founded in 1869 out here. So you'll see a lot of these older buildings out here. But listen, when you come out here, this is very impressive out here. I mean, it's several city blocks of just this really cool historic vibe and feel out here. And so I'm gonna walk you around some of this as I give you a little introduction here on McKinney. Okay, so first thing that you might want to know is this was actually, McKinney rather, was ranked #1 the best place to live in America by Money Magazine in 2014. Location wise, you're about 35 minutes away from downtown, 30 minutes away from DFW Airport. Median home price here is $309,000, and 66% of people own their homes here, so 2 out of every 3. You do have some apartment living out here. You got some young professionals, a good job market. I'll get into some of that a little bit later on. Population of 182,000 as of right now, and a median age of 35. So you've got a good mix of that younger crowd and the older crowd that's been around here for a while as well. So now median household income is 93,000. So people do fairly well for themselves out here in McKinney. And like I said, I'll get into some of this stuff later on if you stick around. But schools, pretty highly rated across the board. A lot of people move out here for the schools, but it's a very dense suburban feel, right? With a really cool mix of history and new construction. And you've even got police on horses out here, as you can see right there. How perfect is that? That's amazing. And so speaking of history, all right, so when they first were recruiting people to come out here and colonize the area, what they were offering people was, get this, they were going to offer you 640 acres to call your own, a gun, and help building your own cabin, right? So let me know in the comments, would you take that deal today if somebody said, hey, we're colonizing, we're gonna give you 640 acres of gun and help to build your cabin out in the middle of nowhere? Would you take that deal, yes or no? Let me know down in the comments. But it used to be, as it grew, it became a commercial agricultural center for the county, really kind of a business hub before it became a commuter center for people who are working in Plano and of course down in Dallas as well. So with that being said, now that you know the stats and everything, let me take you through a bunch of different neighborhoods at a bunch of different price points as well. And I'm going to show you the different styles of living out here in McKinney. So with that being said, let's cruise. All right, welcome to the first neighborhood. So this home right here is going for $300,000, 3 beds, 2 baths, 1,600 square feet, which is going to put you at $188 per square foot. built in 2003 on 0.15 acre right here. You've got a 2-car garage, as you can see right there. One thing that you'll definitely want here in Dallas is a car. Okay, we are very spread out here in Dallas. Okay, and our public transportation system isn't very sophisticated. You know, it's not like New York or Chicago or anything like that, much less London, right? Nothing like that. Okay, so definitely will want a car. This traditional brick style of home you're gonna see a lot of. Okay, you know, that home was built in 2003. You know, this whole block seems like it was built around the same time, and so, you know, yeah, that traditional brick is what you're gonna see a lot of. You've got some big trees like this one. You know, this seems to be a pretty established neighborhood at this point, and so pretty quiet as well. Pretty wide streets right here actually too. Let me get in front of this car here so you can get a good view of it right here. So you got a wide road right here. So you can, I mean, normally I don't like when, you know, you park your cars in front of the street, but this street is pretty wide, so you can get away with it kind of here. So but let's take a moment to talk about the schools. Okay, so, you know, they're generally rated pretty high, right? But I will say they're not as good as Frisco. Okay, so, you know, Frisco is a lot of, you know, 9s and 10s and maybe a few 8s. You're not gonna have it like that. Maybe more like 7, 8s, and 9s here in McKinney. But the good news is some parts of McKinney actually feed into Frisco ISD. Okay, so you might be able to find something like that if this is where you want to be. So hey, if you like what we're talking about so far, hey, please tap that thumbs up button. It would mean the world to us if you did that. Thank you so much, and make sure you're subscribed as well. Tap that button below, and make sure you tap the bell as well so that you're notified whenever we drop a new video. And God bless Texas and God bless America. I'll see you at the next, or actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you through this neighborhood. I'll drive you through a little bit of the neighborhood so you can get a somewhat of a good feel for what you're looking at around in this price range. And then we'll head to the next neighborhood. I'll do that for each neighborhood, okay? See you there. All right, real quick, I wanted to show you the town lake area. This is a recreational area. So you have obviously a lake, nice little fountain out there, and then more on this side. You know, no real motors are gonna be allowed on here, but you know, there is a dock right here, so you can do some canoeing or something like that. I saw a guy fishing over here. I think he left actually just now, but you have some baseball fields over there. I saw a disc golf course just on the other side of these trees as I was coming in. This is a pretty good area. And then McKinney, oh, there's the fisherman right there. Can you see him? Somewhere right there. And then the McKinney High School is just across the street, and I've seen some high schoolers coming over here to just hang out as well. So this is a really big area. You know, I've seen a ton of people just kind of hanging out, doing some picnicking and things like that out here. So you know, if you're looking just for some chill vibes out here, that's definitely what I'm getting. So with that being said, let me take you to the next neighborhood, and I'll see you there. All right, welcome to neighborhood number 2. This home right here is going for $449,000, 4 beds, 3 baths, 3,100 square feet, which is gonna put you at $146 a square foot. You've got a 2-car garage, as you can see behind me. And this home was built in 1998 on right at a 1/4 acre lot. And we're actually on a nice cul-de-sac back here. I was actually just talking to the neighbor over there about how, you know, you could have he raised his kids out here, and you know, you could be playing in the street, you could lay down and not worry about a car hitting you out here. So hey, one thing as I walk you around here, I want to talk about a couple of important points. First one is, you know, listen, one of the more popular floor plans in McKinney is going to be that open floor plan, right? Which is very popular, of course, especially in this price point here. And so one thing that you're going to have to consider is, speed is going to be your friend. Okay, homes are moving fairly quickly in this price point, so that's just something that you got to keep in mind. You're going to want to have all of your ducks in a row, and of course that's something that we can help you get organized with. But one thing that isn't so popular that we want to talk about are the property taxes. Okay, so people love to complain about the property taxes here in Texas, and yes, they are higher than in many other states, but what we don't have is, you got to remember, we don't have the state income tax. Okay, and so I actually do another video where I do the math, we break it down from A to Z on everything, and we look at it all. We look at the bottom line of what's more affordable. And hey, not to give it away, but I think Dallas wins. So but you want to check out that one if you want a little bit better understanding, especially if you're coming from California, which is where we did the example from, right? But here in McKinney, the property tax rate is 2.47%, which is about middle of the road. Okay, so it's not that bad. Again, you'll have to watch that other video to really understand the full scheme of things. So yeah, complaining isn't really a valuable use of time here. And so hey, welcome to the channel. I don't really do fluff around here. So yeah, hey, if this is where you want to be, here's the neighbor that I saw earlier. How are you, my friend? So yeah, listen, if this is where you want to be, then I think our team has a little bit different approach. Complaining is not a good use of time. And Jim Rohn talks about you spend 5% of the time identifying the problem, 95% focused on the solution. And listen, it doesn't matter what the market is doing. Our job is to find you that one home at the right price. And I believe with no hedge that our team is the best in the world at doing that. So with that being said, I'm going to take you around this neighborhood a little bit, and then I'll take you to an attraction, and then I'll meet you at the next neighborhood. I'll see you there. Hey, real quick, I wanted to show you TPC Craig Ranch right here. This is where they play the Byron Nelson, okay? So if you're a big golf fan, then of course this is gonna be right here in your backyard. You'll be a pretty popular person come Byron Nelson weekend. Maybe you can do some entertaining before you come out here, or even after you finish up watching all the pros, especially my boy Jordan Spieth out here. He's a local Dallas kid. Actually went to the same country club as Jordan Spieth. Little known fact about me and Jordan. We go way back. Not really, but Jordan's a good guy. But yeah, I think this is a really cool spot. Beautiful, beautiful golf course, of course. And yeah, you can come out here and play here anytime you want as well. So with that being said, let's take you to the next neighborhood. I'll see you there. All right, welcome to neighborhood number 3. I wanted to show you some new construction. So these are more final products right here, but I want to show you this one across the street. It's not quite done yet, but this one right here is going for $573, 3 beds, 3 baths, 2,400 square feet, which is going to put you at $235 a square foot. 2-car garage, as you can see, on 0.15 of an acre. And one thing that you'll need to know about McKinney is, as I come on this side of the street again, is when it comes to new construction, there really is it's a wide variety of price points on new construction in McKinney. One of the widest range that I've seen here in the Metroplex. So if you're looking for new construction, McKinney might just be the spot that you take maybe the most serious, I guess. So but one thing I wanted to touch on here was the job market. So some big corporations here include, Raytheon's actually right up the street from here. You've got Torchmark as well. You've got a couple major hospitals. So if you're a doctor or a nurse, then you know, you'll have plenty of opportunities out here as well. And it's a super easy commute to Plano, which also has a very, very strong job market out there as well. So with that being said, I'll take you through some of this neighborhood so you can check it out a little bit, including the empty lots that I've yet to get started on. But yeah, with that being said, I'll see you at the next neighborhood. See you there. Hey y'all, real quick, I wanted to show you McKinney National Airport. You can see an airplane taking off right there. But this is a private airport, of course. It's gonna host actually a couple of business fleets for TI, that's Texas Instruments, as well as Toyota. You've also got the airbase for an ambulance helicopter unit out here as well. And then a couple of flight schools as well. So if you want to learn how to fly a plane, then you can come on out here and get to work. So, and then they've also got they're expanding, so they're going to build out. This is going to be brand new, of course. So yeah, just wanted to show you this real quick. But with that being said, let's take you to the next neighborhood. I'll see you there. All right, welcome to neighborhood number 4. So this home right here is going for $835,000, 4 beds, 3 baths with 1 half bath as well. 5,100 square feet, which is going to put you at $162 a square foot, ladies and gentlemen. 2-car garage, built in 2012 on a full 1/4 of an acre right here. And this is in a gated community as well. So, you know, if you're looking for a gated community, you can find those. They're sprinkled, you know, throughout McKinney out here, which, let's talk about the safety for a second. So, you know, it was rated, McKinney was rated, it got a B- on the safety ratings. And, you know, listen, a B- is not an A, of course, but, you know, I think when I was looking at it, everything was well below the national averages, right? And would definitely be considered pretty safe in my opinion. But, you know, when you compare it to other popular suburbs around Dallas, you know, there are many that are A-rated. So, you know, if you're looking for something pretty safe, you know, I think McKinney definitely checks that box. But then there are, of course, other suburbs that are, you know, super safe, right? So that would be kind of the difference there. But with that being said, let me take you around this neighborhood. It's a gorgeous neighborhood. And then I'll meet you at the top listing in all of McKinney. I'll see you soon. All right, are you ready for the top listing in all of McKinney? Well, here she is right here. This one is going for $3.9 million, 6 beds, 6.5 baths on 11,000 square feet. You got a 5-car garage back here, built in 2001 on 4.25 acres. This is a modern day, old world mansion, really fit for royalty. We're talking a European style wine cellar, a spectacular gourmet kitchen that is very spacious in there as well. You even have a kitchenette on the upstairs. We're talking massive rooms, floor to ceiling windows, 6 fireplaces, as if 5 is not enough, right? And then poolside in the back, it's very spacious back there. You'll have a brand new Greek style cabana complete with TVs, a grill, even a pizza oven. And beyond that, you'll have acres of trees and creeks, bridges even, and a walking path to the top secret tree house. Shh, don't tell anybody. I know what the secret password is, okay? So I will let you know, there was another one for 12 million. You know, that obviously was a little bit more than this, but you know, this one you could actually see from the front. The other one you couldn't really see, but there was another one for 12. So you know, I wanted to, for the sake of video, I wanted to at least show you one that looked nice. So with that being said, let's take you to the next location and we'll do a nice little recap on McKinney here for you. See you there. All right, so let's put a nice little bow on McKinney here for you with a little recap. So listen, I think the main thing about McKinney is you're really gonna have a really cool blend of the old and the new here in McKinney, right? So we're back in the historic downtown, as you might have recognized behind me. But some of the homes around here have actually been restored wonderfully well. So they're gonna be completely, you know, up to date on the inside, but they're still gonna keep that historic charm. I mean, some of these homes are over 100 years old, okay? You got the good schools, of course, as well. So pretty much across the board, you're gonna have good schools. Some of, depending on where you end up in McKinney, some of that might even spill into Frisco school district. So that's obviously a beneficial thing there as well. And then just to kind of contextualize McKinney here for you, you know, I think we've got to start to think of it as a suburb of Frisco, right? And so, you know, the restaurants and shopping in here are pretty decent, right? Like it's gonna be a lot of this kind of smaller, you know, mom and pop style of shops. But if you want anything like a big mall, you're gonna have to travel for that, right? So Stonebriar over in Frisco is gonna be the main mall that is gonna service you here in McKinney off of Tollway and 121 over there. But you know, I think when you're looking at comparisons between McKinney and other suburbs around here, I think you're mainly gonna be looking at, you know, Frisco, Plano, and Allen. So let's compare them just kind of briefly here for you. So as far as population goes, McKinney is actually going to be the same, around the same size as Frisco. You know, Plano is going to be a lot bigger, and then Allen's going to be on the smaller side. Median home price, again, is $309 here in McKinney, which is going to be very similar to Allen. Allen is just above $300,000 as well. But Frisco and Plano are going to be much more, right? So your dollar is going to be able to stretch a little bit more out here in McKinney. But the bad news is that the property tax rate here in McKinney is going to be the highest of those four. Okay, so and finally, as we always do, I'm going to try to you know, sum everything up into 3 words. So if I could sum McKinney up into 3 words, I think I would go, you know, first, you've got to recognize the historic charm here in McKinney. They've really kind of kept that as a priority, and they've really done a great job of that. Number 2 would be, it's very family oriented, right? So people come here to really set some roots down, raise your family and things like that. And then of course, number 3, the good schools are going to help, kind of piggybacking off of number 2, are definitely going to help with that. So I think that's why McKinney is, you know, one of the highest rated suburbs here in the Metroplex. And so if this is where you want to be, then, you know, you got to reach out, you know, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or jump on our calendar if you want to jump straight to a Zoom with us. We do prefer that, be able to put a face with a name. And then if you've liked what we talked about today, hey, please tap that thumbs up button below. It would mean the world to us if you did that. Thank you so much. And hey, if you're looking to continue your search here, I want to invite you to head to our main channel page, use our search bar on that page to search for whatever it is that you're looking for, whatever topic that you're looking for, or whatever area it is that you're looking for. You can find pretty much anything. And if I don't have that, then drop me a comment down below. Let me know what it is that you're looking for, and we'll bump up the priority for that video, okay? But if you don't know where to go, then you should see some videos popping up on the end screen right now that can definitely point you in the right direction. You know, listen, we do all sorts of videos. We do vlogs like you've seen today. We do map tours, so we show you where all the hot spots are. I interview residents so you can get the pros and cons from their perspective. So we do it all around here. So definitely click on one of those right now. And until the next video, I'll see you around town.